What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy LexThomas21 back here for another Spider-Man review. We're reviewing Spider-Man 3, starring Tobey Maguire, Kristen Dunst, James Franco, Topher Grace. What's the guy who plays Sandman name? Who gives a fuck?
We don't care.
Right now, we just had to sit through it, and we really wasn't paying attention.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There are some scenes I enjoyed, but then every other scene, I got on my phone. I just scrolled down Facebook and Instagram. I didn't care. I wasn't going on YouTube.
And let's get into this. Basically, we're starting off with Spider-Man. Right now, he's on the height of his prime right now. Mm-hmm. Everyone's in love with Spider-Man. They literally want to grab this nigga and fuck the shit out of him, basically. That's how much this city loves this guy. I swear, that's just how much they love this guy. I swear to God, man. They literally have a festival for this guy for him to get the key of the city. But regards on that, I mean, he thinks he has the life, man. He has Mary Jane. Harry still despises him because he wants to kill him because he thinks that he kills his dad. I mean, this film, they try to resolve a lot of things that they showed in the second film.
Yeah, basically.
But they just executed so badly. Mm-hmm. This film has so much potential, but they ruined it with a certain plot points. Let's go over this, okay? I got a lot of problems with this movie. I mean, the number one thing I got a problem is the way the symbiote came within the film. Yeah, it just was a meteor just shot right in front of Spider-Man for no apparent reason. When in the second film, you literally had the story with an astronaut in the second movie. You had Jonah Jameson, the astronaut from the second movie. Why not just bring in that storyline, have him go out to the moon, and bring the symbiote back?
You already had the actor. You might as well have brought him in for the third one and just had him come back from a mission and bring the symbiote. I mean, it showed up like basically out of nowhere. Like there was no build up, no setup, just. It was there.
It just happened. And
then it conveniently landed right around the corner.
Right next to Spider-Man.
Right, he was on a date. Like, come on now. You guys can do better than that. That was
inconvenient.
Terrible.
That was really inconvenient.
And I was reading this fan theory like a while ago. Maybe it was like maybe the symbiote was detecting the strongest being, and maybe that's why it landed next to him. Right. But they always trying to make some kind of reason why it happened. No, they just Sam Raimi didn't really care about the symbiote storyline. It's like okay. You guys want to have the symbiote? I'm going to just let it land right in front of Spider-Man. That's how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, fuck this. I want Sandman.
This film was, I wouldn't say it was lazily a damn word. I don't give a fuck. It was badly written. It was just executed badly. I mean, they introduced
Sandman.
They introduced Sandman.
Right.
His story was a little intriguing if they would have focused on it more and not had these other villains. You also have Harry being the new Goblin in this.
I actually like that aspect of the movie.
See, it had some potential, but they just went at it a bad way. You have him come in, you have him lose his memory, and then after that, he's basically like they were checking the list off of like have Harry be the villain. He ends right there. Checklist. Bring in the Sandman, and then basically do whatever you need to do. Check. Have him get the black suit. Check. I mean, they was doing a lot of things just to get the story going, but it just wasn't executed right. They bring in Gwen Stacy. Finally, we were always trying to wonder where the fuck she was.
She should have been the first person.
She wasn't executed right. She's basically just a tool in this film. She's just a tool. She doesn't seem like she's smart. She's asking Peter to tutor her when technically she is smart as Peter in the comics.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And we'll get to that within the Amazing Spider-Man. That's the one thing I did love that they actually got right with her. Now, I'm ranting. Let me see what y'all got to say. What y'all got to say about this shit, man?
I mean, I felt like this movie was potential with no purpose. You feel me? It had a lot it could have done, and it had a direction that I felt like it was going to go in. But by the end of the movie, I seen that it was not going to go in that direction, and it was a failed opportunity. A failure to launch is what I say it is. And amazing. Spider-Man 3, there's nothing amazing about this movie besides the fact that Gwen Stacy's actor, she's pretty amazing looking. That's pretty much all it has going for it right now.
Bryce Dallas Howard, she does look nice, man. You seen her now? She does look nice right now. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Like, right.
That was back in 2007.
But I say that what they should have did, like if I could throw out something like an idea or something they should have done, I think they should have cast her as Felicia Hardy and had her become Black Cat in the movie. I mean, because Black Cat and the Black Spider-Man kind of go hand in hand.
Right.
I mean, he makes bad decisions when he's in that suit. Black Cat is all about bad decisions. It would have just went better to me, if they would have
Right.
done that, probably had that aspect in there. But as far as the Venom goes, or the Venom coming in the movie, I mean, I didn't feel like they utilized him in the way he should have been. I feel like they had something on their hands. Sam Raimi, him not liking Venom at all, he just basically shot on the Venom character and just said, you know what, I want to throw whatever I want at him, and that's basically what you guys have to accept, and that's not what we have to accept, Sam Raimi.
True.
Son of a bitch.
What you got to say, Marquise?
Oh man, what don't I have to say about this movie? It was the execution poor. Execution is poor. The story, the writing, I'm gonna say poor. As a writer, it was poor because really you had all this build up, and then you had like build up, pause, build up, pause, build up. You were just building a slope, and it was all coming to one big point, but it didn't get to that point because you didn't capture the goal you wanted to capture. So this just didn't do good. Peter, like, I feel like Sam Raimi just like was knowing, like, I am tired of doing this. I am tired of
Sony being in my ear about what I should have.
Yeah, like I'm just.
It's like
I'm just ready to do it. And plus, I bet when he wrote with the producers and all that, saying like, what's gonna be the real story, and they're like, we got New Goblin and we got Sandman, and then he's like, well, we should do something big. When they introduced Venom, I bet he was against it. I bet, but it's like.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Venom character.
Like,
he never wanted to have the Venom character in the Spider-Man franchise.
Sony didn't have any like, what is it?
Sony wanted to please the fans. Sony wanted to please the fans. That's why that's why they was in Sam Raimi's ear to put Venom. Put Venom. We want Venom. We want Venom. But then
that's one thing I didn't like about the film.
Sam Raimi like, no, this is my film. You can have your Venom, but Venom is not going to be the main story in my movie. I want to concentrate on Sandman and Harry as the Goblin.
And it's crazy because Sandman wasn't even a strong villain in the movie. He didn't really do any real villainous things.
He wasn't.
He just was trying to get money for his daughter. And if you ever seen the movie, what was that movie? John Q. With Denzel Washington. People are gonna praise that. They're not gonna hate a villain for doing that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not killing nobody, if you're not doing that type of wrong, you're not a real villain. You're just somebody who's misunderstood.
Right.
And that's why he wasn't written the way he should have been written. Sandman being the guy. Like even New Goblin, Harry Osborn, he wasn't written like a villain. He lost his memory half the movie. Then they fought one time, and then he's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to help my best friend.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we grew up together.
To
So
go off
no one
like,
was written as a villain except for Venom.
Like, not to go off like like now we're just going off rants and everything. There are a couple good parts about this movie.
Yeah, there's some good
parts.
I gotta say, it's filmed very well.
Yeah.
The score is amazing. Again, it's a different composer. Christopher Young is composing this at the time, but Danny Elfman did the original score as well. But the music is amazing. Like I said, it's shot really well. We just watched it on Blu-ray, and it looks amazing on Blu-ray. Then it being the newest one out of the trilogy, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. That's probably the biggest thing it got going for it. The Venom costume does look amazing. Yeah. Regardless of how much screen time he got. The one thing I did, like we talked about earlier, I just wanted more tongue. Yeah. I felt like if I want to feel like I want to be a kid watching an anime series, I want to see Venom be Venom. I don't want to see him just be a copycat of that character.
You wanted like when he landed, you wanted Venom to land on Spider-Man and get up close to his face.
Yeah, and because that's what he does. That's what he does.
He gets really into
him, right?
Okay.
And this is probably one of the main within this film. This is one of the main things. They should have split this into two movies.
They could have,
because like we said, Venom, the black suit is one whole arc, one whole story. It's not something you end in like the close to the middle, close to the end, then bring in Venom. You end it with him losing the black suit, then Venom coming in the next movie.
Yeah.
That's what they could have introduced Black Cat.
It had
could
a lot of stuff going on with her, and
right.
You see the different like parallels that he has with Black Cat and without her. Like,
right. That's when you could have did all that. You could have done all that, but I think, like I said, I think Sam Raimi was done with this franchise. He's been stuck here too long. He was stuck with the franchise too long.
Kind of like the Josh Whedon situation before that happened. I think they should have let him go before he got. If he didn't want to do the movie, I know he probably had a contract that said you have to do the movie.
He probably had to do this third movie.
But if I was, I would have let him go. I'd have just been like, all right, you're not going to do the project the way we want to. Because they obviously could see that.
You talking about Avengers?
No, we're talking about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Same with Joss Whedon. He's not doing the next two.
Okay,
he's not doing
like,
Avengers Part 1 and Part 2.
Cause if every Marvel movie like was directed differently by a different director, you wouldn't get the same feel from those movies. You get like a different feel each movie.
But it's hard to say that because if you watch like Captain America, the first director isn't.
Yeah, and I know that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like because I think once they found like the real feel of what Captain America was, they said, "Hey, direct the next one, please," because. The fans love that one, and the first one, whoever directed that probably had a classical style or something. Who directed that one?
The first Joe Johnson. That's who directed it. Okay, but within the Spider-Man franchise, I think Sony they liked Sam Raimi's style with the franchise, so it just kept them on for 3 movies. And I'm sure Sam Raimi was like, okay, this is the last one, I'm done, because he was gonna do a Spider-Man 4, but I think the way Sony was in his ear, he was like, no. I'm scrapping Spider-Man 4. I'm done.
I feel like Sony didn't have enough faith in Sam Raimi's work, because if they did that, the Spider-Man 4 movie could have been the one where they introduced Carnage
and Venom.
They could have did all that together. And did the fifth one with Venom and Carnage together, like they had the fourth one with the Venom art, and then the fifth one with the Carnage Venom art, having Spider-Man and Venom team up, which would have been an epic thing.
Right.
By that time, we would have had all these Avengers movies and all that stuff coming out. It would have been better. But Sony had the same problem with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. They don't back their directors enough. They always get in their ear about what we want.
They always want to add certain things.
They think, because the fans want this, the fanboy. If you listen to the fanboys, you're never going to get a good story at all, because they're all going to throw
different
shit
different
at
takes,
you.
Different.
I like this. I don't like this. And if enough people get behind the idea or get behind the negative effects of an idea, it's going to look bad. And that's why Sony needs to stop and just let the directors do what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, they know what they're going to do.
Exactly.
And they know the picture they want. If you can get the full picture, it'll be smooth.
Exactly.
Smooth ride.
Let's get into some of these scenes that are horrendous, like the emo Peter scenes where he's walking down the streets and he's pointing at people and dancing, and he's just losing his mind, and people are just looking at him like he's crazy. Like nowadays, if you watch it, if you understand what's going on, you get a chuckle out of it. But some of the scenes really don't make sense. Like I understand, like this whole Spider-Man trilogy is basically based off Peter Parker's feelings, but I felt like it would be more riveting if he was on the edge of killing somebody. But it's hard because he already killed so many people already. He thought he killed Harry. He already thought he killed Sandman. So
he was already behind that point.
Right.
He's like, well, I killed. He threw a bomb at Harry.
He's already done that. So maybe it makes sense that hitting Mary Jane was the reason why I made him take the black suit off. Wasn't more craziness in this thing, but I ain't gonna lie. Certain action sequence, like the armored car sequence, was good. Or like when the crane sequence where he saved Gwen Stacy, that was a good action sequence. I didn't really like the ending. The ending with Venom and all them, with them teaming up. I kind of didn't like it, but it's the climax. You gotta watch it just to get past it.
Like I have my thoughts on that ending was I think they thought like, we gotta go big for this, because they say the last week they were on a train sequence. We gotta make this skyscraper sequence, and they actually give a makeshift skyscraper.
But then you really gotta bring the news people and the
that was
audience and stuff.
What was debris and stuff when it came down? You guys all would have been dead.
And that's the stuff I didn't like. Because me and Spider-Man had the same thing. Like, remember the scene where we'll get to that when we get there. I was gonna talk about that. We'll get that. We'll get to that. But that's one thing I don't like, when they have audience there watching everything.
You guys can easily die, and you're gonna be out there watching a big battle take place right above your freaking head. No.
So one thing I didn't really like about the movie, I think the dialogue was terrible.
Yeah, like I said, the writing wasn't as good.
The dialogue was bad.
Let's talk about this damn love triangle again, where Mary Jane going back to fucking Harry Osborn and doesn't know what she wants. And
then the fact that he went evil too quickly, like his amnesia wore off really quick.
He knew exactly what to do.
He's like, well, all right, I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm going to get Mary Jane to do some stuff. And I know you had a problem during the movie. You said that Harry or Mary Jane should have just came out to Peter and said that he's trying to blackmail me. Go over there and kick his freaking ass.
The scene where Mary Jane breaks up with Peter is it doesn't need to be there because he's Spider-Man. Mary Jane could have easily just talked to him. That's the one thing I have a problem with this movie, with their relationship. They don't communicate.
Communication, yeah.
The communication between these two characters is horrendous. That's why their chemistry in this movie is terrible.
Yeah.
They don't have no chemistry.
Right.
He literally, she's telling him that we need to break up. There's another guy. When she could literally be telling him like, Harry is blackmailing me. I need you to go kick his ass because you're Spider-Man. Go do your job. I mean, come on. It only makes sense. He's Spider-Man, man. He's not Spider-Man for no fucking reason.
True.
I mean,
she's not utilizing his true talent. She's more. She's
so selfish.
Yeah,
and
like,
she's selfish.
Thinking about herself the entire time, more into her own brain and what she got going on, which really isn't anything, because if you've seen anything, she's just going to be the damsel in distress at the end of the day. You're not going to provide anything.
Exactly.
She was just, she got worse and worse as the movie went on. Like, if we had to judge all three her performance, she got worse.
Yeah, this one
she got worse.
She's naggy. She's selfish. She only thinks about herself.
How do you
seeing like Spider-Man get fame? You want fame too? You're not as big as Spider-Man.
Exactly.
You're on Broadway.
Yeah.
You're only
Like,
on Broadway. This guy is
if you were
saving
doing
the
movies,
city.
yeah, maybe, but I mean, you're on Broadway.
Like-
That's only a select audience, and you know that business is harsh.
Yeah.
You might get replaced with a younger actor in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Especially one with a better voice, and a lot of the girl that was singing, you know, as her replacement was.
I
the
love
singer.
it.
I
But
don't know.
you know, that's the business.
Yeah.
You know, Mary Jane, you gotta go through it.
All right. Well, I guess that's our rant / review / whatever you want to call this for Spider-Man.
What would
3.
y'all? What would since we're like basically done? What would y'all rate this movie?
4.
I'm not going that low. I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. I give it a 5.5 because I mean it had some qualities that really, you know, it was a Spider-Man movie. I mean if you watch it as a Spider-Man movie, you'll enjoy the fun of it. If you watch it as like us as critics, we're gonna see every little flaw, every little thing going over it. But like let's say if I show if I had like a 5-year-old nephew, he's gonna enjoy this movie. But like that's why I'm gonna give. I can't give it no lower than 5.
What I get sick and tired of them starting these franchises, these trilogies that's supposed to be more than like quads or whatever, and then they're just stopping it right then and there. I mean, I understand the creative differences, but I mean, you should keep things going. Just stop stopping it. I mean, this wasn't supposed to be the end of the Sam Raimi trilogy franchise situation.
It was supposed to make 4.
And that's what makes me mad about it. That's why I give it a low ranking, because it cliffhangs me. No, another thing I hate about it is the fact that Sam Raimi and all the trilogy, if we're judging it all as a whole, that the fact that he keeps killing off every major character. You killed Harry Osborn, Sandman, Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin. I was really pissed.
Die.
I said Sandman.
You said Sandman.
He didn't die.
He just went away.
Either way, the one person you don't kill is the one person you want to be the main villain. I don't want to say fuck Sam Raimi because he did a great job with the first and second one, but he shouldn't have killed off all the characters. He didn't leave anything left for them to salvage up and move on.
Right.
If you kill off Harry, if you kill off all their main characters, what are you gonna do? There's nothing left to do, and that's a dick move on his part. And I just say, as a whole, the franchise, the trilogy gets a 5 out of 10 because of the fact that you didn't leave anything. You didn't leave anything for them to move on and get past this, or Spider-Man to actually feel like he did or accomplished anything.
Right.
Yeah.
He just, it's like at the end of the day, he lost the battle.
Yeah,
he lost the war. He can't move on. He's just, Sandman's gone. I lost my uncle. My aunt is in debt still because they haven't resolved that situation. I don't even know if he's passing college. I don't know.
I think everything else is like basically resolved because like with the aunt, she was living in a new apartment. And
right.
everything.
Yeah.
She did.
So,
Okay.
I think even with Dr. Connors, he was
so
doing
she had
better
to
in
downsize.
That's one of the main problems. This story was so convoluted. Too many plots going on at the same time. What score do you give it to it, man?
It has to be a 5 out of 10 because like half of the movie I enjoyed for like the most. It is a Spider-Man movie. Then half, it just was again too convoluted. Not enough for each villain to be developed in a way. Even with like Venom and everything, it just doesn't work. So 5 out of 10.
All right, well, that's the end of our rant / review for Spider-Man 3. The Amazing Spider-Man movies, we'll be reviewing those as well. Hope you guys will be ready for those. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The links to these guys' YouTube channel will be in the description. Go check these
live
guys' channels,
more videos.
All our content will be uploading as ever we get to it.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe for more. And we are out on this one. Peace.